gives a fuck. No one.
I think
I think we should open up with something that we all contributed to a little bit.
Are we opening up right now? Let's do it. Let's just open up.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just start.
Yeah.
Let's just start, because this is all being in the episode, by the way.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
I hope it is. Keeping it 100, I hope it is.
Some of it.
Some of it.
But yeah. The Passenger. What's that, guys?
What is that?
Who
That
knows?
sounds kind of scary.
It is scary.
It's ominous.
It's a short film we all worked on together, and it's officially out now on YouTube. It's an award-winning short film, I should say. Maybe I'll fucking cut in part of the teaser or something right now.
You should.
Yeah, put in the trailer, the full 2-minute trailer in the middle of the podcast. That's what John Campea does, so why not?
We
good stuff. How many awards did we end up winning?
50 million.
Yeah.
Actually, no. We won, I think, 5 about, and we got a good chunk of I would say we probably got like 10 plus nominations in official selections.
I have the number here through the.
So let's see if I guess. And I think we got 4 wins. We got some for thriller. We got one for a crime thriller, which I guess it technically is.
I mean, I am doing a crime in it.
You are doing. Yeah,
you're doing a crime.
It's a documentary.
It is a thriller.
Nope.
So it got 2 honorable mentions. One from Athens International Monthly Film Festival. The second honorable mention was from East Village, New York Film Festival.
Nice.
And it's still in its festival circuit.
Yeah,
by the
we
way.
could get more.
Yeah, we could possibly get more.
Yeah.
It won Best Suspense Short Film, otherwise known as Best Thriller, at Milestone International Film Festival. It has won Best Crime Thriller at Indie Cinetube Awards. It has won Best Thriller at Asian Talent International Film Festival. Now, there was no one Asian that worked on this film, but they asked us to submit to their festival,
they did.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
We thank you for that. And we did win in that category.
There you go.
And Beyond Border International Film Festival, that's been pretty kind to a previous film that I worked on, but it gave us a Best Thriller film as well. And then we have about 6 other selections, and then we still have well over like 10 to 15 more festivals that are still deciding.
We are the next generation's Zack Snyder. So, writer, what is the short film about? You should probably explain it a little bit.
Yeah, the short film is about a guy who kills his partner and stuffs her in his trunk while he's going to dump the body.
I thought you were going to say stuff her in a Freddy Fazbear suit.
That's the sequel.
That's the next part.
And while he's driving to dispose of the body, he hears a commotion in the trunk a handful of times and can't say anything more because it's short. And that's all you get. Anything more spoils the whole thing. But we'll link to it. It's Brandon stars in it. I saw Brandon murdering someone once. It was a homeless guy, and I said, this guy has some raw talent.
That's how we met.
Yeah,
I was on the side of the street in downtown L.A., and I had a knife, and I was stabbing a homeless man filming a TikTok.
It's produced by Ben, and directed by our friend Miguel, who's not here, but you can just imagine that he is. Boy, I don't know where I was going with that.
I think that's it. I think it's good.
I think that's all there is to say.
Brandon's character isn't not named William Afton, so theoretically you could say that it's a prequel, but you don't. I don't want to spoil that.
Something happens at the end that is it's left ambiguous, so you never know where I end up.
Yeah.
So
he ends
Think
up.
about it.
He ends up in Arkham. He ends up in Arkham Asylum.
Oh shit!
He gets his head kicked in by Batman.
Who my cellmates with?
No, just you. And they call you the fucking. They call you the Dent.
You're the one-armed guy in Arkham
big
Asylum.
Pit in the middle of your head because Batman just kicked you so fucking hard, and you're.
I get
dumb.
the cell that used to be Riddler's, where he had a bunch of his feet on the sides of the wall for some reason.
And you have so much brain damage you can't even talk anymore. And whenever they bring someone to Arkham Asylum, they're like, "Who's that?" They're like, "That's the Dent." Like, what do you do? Like, I think we killed a homeless person. Batman kicked his head in and he turned him stupid. So
All right.
We just leave him in that cell there.
Speaking of Batman, there's a new thing that's happening.
Batman.
The Batman Part 2 has gone into production.
Yeah,
I think, in like a week, something like that.
Yeah, they're gonna start filming very soon. Boy, I did not think that movie was gonna happen. Not that I didn't want it to, but it just was at the point.
We really were like, that's
there was a point.
Yeah,
where
I was like, is
even
this
me
shit
too. I was
fucking
like,
coming out ever?
It went through some of the worst pre-development hell I've ever seen. Because I mean, like, no, that's been like crazy long, but 2022 was like 4 years ago. By the time this comes out, it's gonna be 5+ years.
The crazy thing is, the first time we all met in person was for the Batman.
To watch that movie. Yeah.
And
we've met in person so many times since then.
It's still not out.
We went through a whole. Hold on. We saw that movie, met each other the first time, and we went a whole arc where Brandon and me lived together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we don't. So there's
now
been
the
enough
movie
time.
still isn't out. That's how much time has passed. But I know, not that we didn't want it to come out. I think it just there was such a long period. And you know what I always think of? One of the reasons that it feels so long is that it's self-contained. Because if you look at like the MCU, it was very common for like Captain America 1 and 2 and 3 to have like a 5-year gap, and Thor to have like a 5-year gap, and Guardians have like a 6-year gap. But when you have like other movies that are kind of like in there, then I guess Batman had the Penguin.
But that
you're talking about movies. You're talking about movies.
Yeah, like a big theatrical release within this universe, and we just haven't gotten it. Is just it's very, very frustrating, and the fact that we also haven't gotten any other Batman related stuff with the other.
You're itching for some Batman. Well, we got the Flash. So
that's great. I don't want to talk about the Flash.
He has
a whole video.
Dude, he's the worst fucking superhero, dude.
I don't want to talk about the Flash movie.
Fucking sucks.
I don't want to talk about the Flash movie.
Dude.
No, the Flash character is really good.
Is that bozo gonna do? Run? I'm gonna punch him in his stupid ass face.
Dude, this is off topic, but another DC Marvel crossover comic is coming out.
Superman,
Guess what
Spider-Man.
it is?
Yep.
No, there's another one.
Oh my, what's that one? What, the Flash and
the Flash and the Fantastic Four.
Damn, they made one for Brandon. They're like, who
that
are the
is
5
meant
lamest
for me,
characters?
Bro. Fuck you.
I like
the comic
Fantastic
Versions.
Four.
They're cool.
Yeah, I know. I just
hate
the movie.
There's not much about. I want to talk about the Batman Part 2 in an ideal scenario. Okay, I'm not talking about what's gonna happen, because we know what's gonna happen. It's not gonna be what exactly we want it to be. But in an ideal scenario that fits within
like the first one.
I expect it's going to be good, but I mean, like in the case of the version of Batman we would ideally want, it's not going to be that. It's going to be Matt Reeves' version, and we know that. But within the confines of this universe, what are you guys hoping to see, and what are you really hoping not to see? I've
started to realize that I don't hold many. I think this is a positive way I interact with this kind of film and stuff. I don't really have expectations of things. Like I once things start getting announced, then I get more excited. I might have certain things I want to see. Like I know we're getting Sebastian Stan as Two-Face, right?
I think that
Harvey
was
Dent.
Harvey Dent. Yeah, he's Harvey Dent.
It is Harvey.
So I hope we get some cool fucking Two-Face shit.
Which I love that casting.
Yeah, it's a great cast. Was Scarlett Johansson confirmed, or did it not end up happening? I'm pretty sure
that one's confirmed. Okay.
I hope she's someone.
We don't know who
cool.
she's playing.
I hope she's someone fucking cool. I'm sure. I don't know. I think with the direction these movies go, I see Matt Reeves being like, Scarlett Johansson is playing Councilwoman Fran, and she's here to pass a bill on clean sewage in Gotham City. But I also feel like that would be a fucking waste. I don't actually think that's going to happen. I think she's going to play someone important.
Prediction. I think we've talked about it like briefly on other episodes when we were kind of like speculating with some of the info that ended up being true for the Batman Part 2. We do know that Harvey Dent's father is going to be a character in the film. I really think
Yeah.
Yes. That's basically confirmed at this point. Like there are a bunch of reports of like multiple different actors that were that came into audition.
I heard Daniel Craig turned down a big role in it.
That was for that role, and also the actor from The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and he was also in Andor. He was in.
Oh, I love that guy, Stellan Skarsgård.
Yes.
Yeah.
He also turned
it
down
I heard
that
about
role.
That.
Yes. Yeah. So I really think, especially given that Matt Reeves' mentor is Tim Sale, I believe, or was that
No, it's the writer.
Or Jeff Loeb. Yeah, I always get those two mixed up. Since his mentor was Jeff Loeb, and there's a possibility this might be his last Batman movie. We don't know if his trilogy is still going to go through or not.
Yeah.
Given how long this one took to make, and then who knows, just things can happen, right? I really think that this one's going to be The Long Halloween, but like a slightly more accurate version than what we got in The Dark Knight, which is like, I'm fine with that. Like, that's a very good comic, and Sebastian Stan would be freaking awesome for that.
Yep.
And I could see Scarlett Johansson's character being Harvey Dent's wife, or it's the wife.
They just recast Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be
Kravitz
nuts,
is
dude.
not coming back.
She's not coming back.
She's not coming back, which is weird, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
but
the
yeah.
Penguin show teased that she was coming back.
I wonder
Okay,
if
I
that's
didn't
a
watch that show.
script choice or if she just doesn't want to come back.
Yeah,
I don't
it might
know.
be a scheduling thing.
Yeah.
It could be that. I mean, if I were her, I'd clear up my schedule for
I know,
like
the
a Batman
Batman
movie, but at the same time, that could happen.
Yeah.
The other thing is too, we did get that Joker tease, and we know the Riddler is still around. Batman doesn't kill his villains in this universe.
Yeah, we got the Penguin. We got.
That would be a good way. If you were just to do 2 movies and you wanted to use some of the bigger guns that you teased or already played with, that could be a good way to bring back the Penguin, the Riddler, then
that's actually
throw in your Joker in there, and then you have Harvey Dent in there.
Yeah,
but,
that
I
actually
don't know
is kind of
if we're gonna do part
stacked.
1 or part
If
2.
they have,
That
because
is
they
pretty
could
stacked.
potentially, if they wanted to go all out with one last movie. Not saying this is.
Yeah.
They could having Joker, Penguin, Riddler, fucking Two-Face. Am I forgetting one? But maybe I don't think I am. All in one.
So
Scarecrow.
get Mad Hatter in there, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying if
Mad Hatter's
those 4
in
that
too.
already are in, that's already 4
No, yeah,
villains
that's-
that are
that's crazy.
cast.
Yeah, you already. Yeah.
That would be nuts if they had all 4 of those in one fucking movie.
Yeah, again, for this grounded take on it, I think that would be cool. I think that would be fine.
Wait, they have-
I wouldn't have an issue with that.
They have Joker, Two-Face, and Penguin. What if they made Arkham City?
Oh my god. Wait, so do we think that we can confidently say Hush is off the table? Because that's
I
my
don't
biggest
know.
concern still. I don't want that at all.
I feel like the thing is obviously we got that little nod or misdirect in the first movie.
I like that they
was
did that as a misdirect.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good misdirect.
Yeah.
There's a couple of big misdirects
Yes,
too.
and I like that
to
it
Batman
used
heads.
you being a comic nerd to
Against you,
misdirect
yeah.
you. Yeah, because usually the comic nerds pick up on those little things that spoiled. And he's like, this time I used it to trick
It's
you.
like, haha, fuck you.
Yeah,
Prank.
yeah, no, that was smart. That was good.
Yeah.
I do think Matt Reeves does like that character because in different interviews, I forgot which specific ones, so I can't cite them in particular, but he's said some implications that there could be Hush, Hush could exist if he so wanted.
He's just
Hush to
Batman's
exist.
friend in this universe. He's just.
I could see
I
Tom
mean, that's how
he
Elliott
starts out.
existing.
Yeah.
What
if they bring in Hush?
I think
who's
maybe
just Buddy in The Incredibles. He's obsessed with Batman. He's like, I could be your sidekick, and Batman's like, fuck you, Hush.
Get the fuck.
I could see it where he gets the 3rd movie and then he's like, okay, now I can finish it off with Hush, because it kind of circles things fully, because the Riddler is already super, at least the way that Matt Reeves did it was already very similar to Hush. So if you were to do it for a 3rd movie to have some more callbacks to the first movie, kind of like what The Dark Knight Rises did with Batman Begins,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That would make more
But
sense.
I would
than
want a
back-to-back.
more Heart of Hush style Hush instead of the
Yeah, we did some fucking
Hush
insane
Hush
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that would be so sick. That would be really cool with the Matt Reeves stuff. If by that point, because it would be really cool, if you already have, in the ideal scenario that James Gunn has presented to us, where we are getting the Batman Part 2, and then we get Brave and the Bold, and then we still have the Batman Part 3 while the Brave and the Bold sequel is happening in the background. It would be cool if that one was given like the rated R green light, since you already have 2 Batman movies happening.
That would be sick.
2 Batmans, and then like with Hush, you can do some crazy shit with
Yeah.
Hush. Like that would be really sick, and then that would justify having 2 different Batman on screen.
Dude, I was thinking about the
And that would set it
like
apart.
a rated R Batman movie, and like why it would be necessary, and my first thought was like a villain that has so much potential and has yet to be tapped. I feel is Zsasz. You could do such a cool rated
Professor
R Batman
Pig.
Zsasz movie, or Professor Pig. But
There's a
I have
fuck ton
feelings
of
towards Professor Pig that I don't like that being a Bruce Wayne Batman villain. But that's just my opinion.
I wonder
but
why.
Zsasz
agree.
is. I just feel like there's a lot of untapped potential with Zsasz. Like you could do some fucked up shit with that guy. I
The
would like to
normies
see
have no
more.
idea who he is too.
Yeah,
it would be a really, it would be a great curveball.
Which
Yeah.
you think he's a bitch if you played Arkham. He's not much at all.
Yeah, he just throw a batarang at his head. That's how they
And
beat
then like
him.
you answer the phone a
breaks
few
his
times,
arm.
but most
Yeah.
people didn't do those phone side missions because they were annoying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, first time I played through the game, I didn't answer one phone. I didn't
Really?
think I could. Yeah, and then like in the post game, I was like, I can answer these phones.
holy shit, they're not just ringing to annoy me. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, why'd that phone ringing? Why'd that phone ringing?
That's
I know I
hilarious.
was supposed to go up and answer it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
So there's a
But-
new creative team on Scream.
Yeah, so
Story
there's a
there.
new writing team.
I wonder
And
why.
Before that, I mean, like, are there any lingering thoughts on the Batman Part 2 or anything like that? Brandon, no, you're
Not
good.
necessarily. I'm just
Not necessarily?
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I-
Hope it's
I hope it's good too. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do begin shooting in the like
Next
after
couple
this
weeks.
weekend, I think,
Yeah.
or like in a couple weeks or so.
They
Robert
taking a
Pattinson
break
said
off
like
for Easter.
next week as of a few days ago. Hopefully it doesn't turn into another 5 years. But
Yeah.
yeah, so the creative team of Scream, the current Scream franchise, has some new writers. I forgot. I might have it written down in the document. I forgot which writers that they got, but I saw their resume. They look like that they could do it.
Yeah.
But they are totally doing a creative overhaul on the team, and they're getting a new director that they have not selected or locked in yet.
Oh.
And as someone that has not seen Scream 7, why would they switch out the creative team?
Okay, I want to say
yeah,
something
give your thoughts
positive
real quick.
first. I want to say something positive first. I liked.
Also, we're going spoiler
The-
mode.
Yeah, we're going full spoilers.
Yeah, no one
we're,
gives a
it's
shit.
late.
It's
We're
been
late to the
late.
party anyway.
Yeah.
I liked like one thing in this
What?
movie, and it was the opening. I really liked the Scream House Airbnb
Yeah.
fucked up Jimmy Tatro opening. I thought that was really fun, and it made sense for the modern day. That's it.
Okay.
The rest of it, don't like it. I don't like it at all. I thought it was annoying, and Sydney Prescott is just not Sydney Prescott in this. She's just like worried mother. She doesn't do shit. The killer reveals were awful. The twins were annoying. I didn't find them annoying in the other ones. In this one, they were just annoying. All the new kids, they suck. The only kid that I liked died first, and I was like, oh, that sucks. And the plot is
It's all over
it's
the
about
place.
AI. It's
Yeah.
about AI, and
Well,
of course it is. Why wouldn't
kind
it
of.
be?
Kind
But
of
there's
is.
so many. I mean, yeah, like it kind of is. But AI is the crux of how the killers are getting away with what they're getting away with, and there's one scene that pissed me off the most, and I'm hopping around a bunch.
You
But
are.
the one thing
It's
that
fine.
killed me is because I'm trying to remember because I saw this like how long 2 months ago now,
Yeah.
or whenever it came out.
It's been like a month.
A month ago. But the one scene that killed me that didn't even come back around was the generic 90s blonde-haired boyfriend who was just like, he shouldn't exist in this era. Who the fuck is this guy? He's a useless character. I hate him.
Ben's like, hey, what do you mean?
Yeah, what are you
He's
talking about?
in the car, and Sydney's daughter gets in the car,
It's in his like,
And
fuck you. To him.
looks at the laptop, and he has AI generated an
Oh, that was
exact
insane.
scene.
That was insane.
an
Hold on,
exact
hold on,
scene.
let me talk about this scene real quick. So just because
Yeah,
people need to understand
I
how
don't
shit
know what
this
you guys
is.
are talking about.
Yeah, we need
It's
to
insane.
fill some people in. So The big pitch of this movie, Stu Macher is allegedly back. Immediately, you know it's not him because he's introduced through a fucking FaceTime call to Sidney Prescott. And I was watching my fiance, and I was like, as soon as that happened, I was like, he's not back. She's like, well, how do you know? I'm like, if they were going to bring back Stu, they wouldn't have him fucking FaceTime. He's saying like, haha, bitch, I'm going to fucking come kill you. Haha, it's me, I'm back. And then he like hangs up. Crazy. I was like, that is not how they would bring back this fucking legacy character. So obviously, the revelation is someone's deep faking them Stu onto them. And the daughter of Sydney gets in her boyfriend's car, and his laptop is open on the seat, and she looks at it, and it's Stu going, Sydney, I'm going to find you, I'm going to rip your fucking guts out, you stupid bitch, I'm going to kill you. And then she clicks on it, and it turns out it's the boyfriend acting it out with the deep fake over him. And she's like, oh my god, she was like, it's not me, I was doing a test to see if it's possible. I was like, okay, why the fuck did you say all that insane shit?
Yeah.
Like, why did you just
You could have just been like, hey, look, it's me, I'm testing this.
Yeah, that you would be like, hey, yo, what's up, this is a test. But no, he put his heart and soul. He's like, I'm going to kill you, Sidney Prescott. I'm going to rip your fucking guts out.
Worst
I hate you. So I was like,
red
Jesus
herring
Christ.
I have ever seen in a movie.
So bad.
Because there's no
was the guy like
to it.
Was the guy like a Zoomer?
Yes, they're all Zoomers. They're all Zoomers.
Okay, so like, that's unrealistic because, like, if a Zoomer was using AI deepfaking, they would be using, like, Jeffrey Epstein or Charlie Kirk or something. They wouldn't be doing, like, some real-life serial killer.
If he
like
wanted
that.
to see that it was possible, he could have made himself Peter Griffin for all he cared.
It
didn't matter.
He was like, I need to see if this deepfake technology is real. I've never heard of this. Is this possible? Go on the fucking internet. It's everywhere. What do you mean I needed to test if it's possible? It's the most widely available technology on Earth. It's actually a giant fucking problem that people talk about every fucking day.
And this reveal happens. Sydney's daughter, like, knocks him out and runs away. Next scene, they reunite. She's just fine with him again.
Yeah.
It didn't even matter. They were like, this is stupid. He's not the killer. Why did we do this?
This movie...
It's so
overstuffed. Here's what I said. Gail should not have come back because she just takes up time and doesn't do anything.
She does nothing in this
The
movie.
twins should not have come back. They take up a bunch of time and don't do anything. The brother I still think is fine. I've always thought the sister was kind of annoying. Because the sister it's like they were trying to redo Randy. And I was like, Randy is a relic of the 90s. You can't fucking redo Randy. It just
I think I just found them annoying this time because they clearly weren't meant to be there. Like once you lost the other two, you lost these two as well. But they needed a paycheck, or they were just like, we'll keep you guys on to keep some faces.
I wouldn't fucking say no if I was them. Like,
if I'm the actor, I'm doing the movie.
Screaming.
But the characters, they just don't belong in this story at all, and they're so shoehorned in. And even their tropes in the other film where they're like, you got to follow these rules, and they're all waved away, and they're just like, okay,
yeah,
so
they do that. So one thing I thought was so weird thematically about this movie is that they seem to Scream. I don't know if you know this. Scream is very meta and likes to comment on itself, right? I don't know if you know Scream's a very meta franchise. So it looked like the meta franchise for this, the meta commentary for this one, was talking about franchises that go on too long and just kind of become a shadow of their former selves. It literally opens with Ghostface burning down for the house of the original. And there are multiple times where someone tells, like, I think it's maybe AI Stu, is telling City's like, oh, aren't you kind of like a fucking washed up old lady getting dragged out for another fucking adventure? And they kind of seem to be
commenting. That is the killer's motive.
No, the killer has the dumbest motive of all time. The killer's
but it's part of the motive. The killer was like, you are now too old, and your daughter now needs to be the Scream Queen, so you need to die, so your daughter can be the Scream Queen.
That is true. You need to see your daughter
That's the killer's motive.
Yeah, that is true. And it's just they didn't do anything. They said that, but then they kept
ageism is bad.
But then they kept redoing.
Moms can be
they
cool
kept redoing
too,
shit from the original fucking movie. They did the Billy Loomis coming through the window scene, and they don't comment on it being derivative. There was multiple scenes. I'm like, oh, that's just from the original movie. They just kept doing shit from the first movie.
This movie has some of the worst plot armor I've seen in any Scream movie.
It's pretty bad.
Because the dad, Joel McHale, he gets stabbed about 1,000 times and wrapped in a shower curtain. Hours later, he's put in an ambulance. He's alive.
Yeah.
Hours later, after being stabbed 1,000 times.
That's so cool.
They kill him when the sun is.
That's awesome.
When the sun is up, and then when he's getting an ambulance, it's like midnight, and it's so funny because Gale pops up at the start of the movie, then about halfway through she disappears, and then they kill Ghostface, and the movie ends, and the credits about to roll, and Gale just like walks up with the twins, and she's like, "I'm here for my paycheck now." I'm like, why are you in this fucking movie? Also, insane move. Something that I thought was ridiculous was they're like, we're going to finally do the Gale gets her interview with Sydney moment. And I was like, oh, it's kind of cool, that they're like trying to, do that. But then they for the 30th time in across the Scream movies, they undo all of Gale's character development. She's like, I will fucking use you for views, Sydney. I don't give a fuck about you, blah, blah, blah. I just thought it was insane. I was like, this could have actually been like a cool, like a little fan servicey moment, but like still fun.
Yeah, it started really nice.
It sounds like borderline
they were
character assassination by that point of the time.
Yeah.
This movie really wrecked Gale for like a lot. Like I did not like her.
Yeah, because she comes out, she's like,
movie.
"Yeah, Sydney, doesn't your life fucking suck? Aren't you gonna traumatize your daughter? Aren't you a fucking horrible mom on live television?" Sydney's like, "You stop asking me these things." She's like, "Do you think you ever trust anyone again? Because your fucking psycho boyfriend tried to kill you and you didn't see through that shit. You stupid idiot."
Their excuse for her acting this way was like, oh, well, Dewey died, so now I'm just depressed and I'm taking these meds all the time, so I'm going to take it out on you.
I was thinking in the back of my head, that's going to be the bullshit excuse.
Yeah, that was the excuse after the interview happened. I'm pretty sure that was revealed. Yeah. But it's like, that's not enough. Like, you guys have went through 6 or 5 movies together at this point where you've survived these killings. Why are you acting like you're still in the first movie and you don't like this woman? It's so... It's blatant character assassination. I hate it so much. Now... I do want to say there's actually 2 more positives I have of this movie.
2 more?
2 more.
2? Yo, 2 more.
One of them is that there's actually 3 killers, and one of them dies immediately, which I liked. I thought that was actually like a cool subversion. That was nice. But the killer... Johnson, actually, it kind of takes away from me liking that because the killer reveals are so shit.
I want to talk about that.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. But my other favorite thing is that at the end, Sydney and her daughter shoot the last killer about 1,000 times in the face.
The face just falls off. That's
awesome.
They just shoot it, and then you see the face just goes, and just like the front just falls off to the floor.
Yeah.
One of my positives is I thought they did a good job making Ghostface look scary in this one. I've never found Ghostface, like, I don't really find serial killer characters that scary. I usually think they're cool. But there were a couple parts, like in the opening when in the Airbnb and the girlfriend is looking at the animatronic, Five Nights at Freddy's, the animatronic Ghostface, and you see barely the real one in the background, just like, it's so far in the back and it's so dark, you can barely see. I was like, that's kind of scary. And the part when, right before Joel McHale is stabbed, when he's in the garage, and you see that like kind of see-through tarp is kind of waving, and every time it waves, you just see Ghostface a little bit. I was like, okay, those were cool. They made him look a little bit spooky in this one.
That's what what they took that from. They took that from the '90s It adaptation.
Good, based, good.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I really like. I haven't seen that. I saw that.
But my point is, like, even that's like derivative of something
clearly
else.
The director of this doesn't have many original ideas.
Well, do you know
at
who
all.
the director of this
the
is?
original ideas? No.
It's the guy who wrote all the Scream movies, Kevin Williamson. But
what the fuck happened?
He did not write this one. That's
why.
I don't know.
Why would you direct it and not write it?
I don't know. I have no idea. But he wrote Scream 1, 2, 3, and 4. So he's the Scream guy.
That is baffling.
I thought he did a good job directing. I actually thought he did a pretty competent job.
It's not... Yeah, I mean... That makes sense now, actually. Because the direction, it's not terrible. Those scenes are cool. Even though now... Yeah. But the writing is just... Why wouldn't he write it? I'm so confused now.
But let's move on to how fucking... Actually, before we get to the horrible killer reveals, I thought the funniest fan service slop moment was when Sydney first arrives to the house and all the TV screens are like AI deep fakes of all that. I mean, it's actually the actors, but like the thing that she goes through, and it's the mom from Scream 2, the killer. Dewey's there. Stu is there. Could they not afford Skeet Ulrich?
Well, I think the thought was probably they already brought him back.
Why
in the
would
other
you?
Movies.
Okay, I don't give a fuck if you brought him back already. If you're gonna bring back fucking...
he was directly her boyfriend. It would have made the most sense for him to be there, like the last one.
But if you're gonna fan service slop me, make sure I bust. If you're gonna slop on me with your fan service, don't fucking go half in. If you're gonna fucking bring back Stu and not have fucking... his name is in my mind.
The way they did it was not buzzworthy. No matter how many cameos you got in there. I know,
but it's just it's distracting to not have him. You know what I mean? I was like, where the fuck is he? They're a duo. They're a pair. You can't.
They couldn't find enough good photos of him online to make the deep fake.
Yeah. And then what we want to talk about.
That's just what happened.
When the Ghostface killer's unmasked, I was like, two fucking old fools. Get the fuck out of here. It's fucking grandma and grandpa out here. Looking all goofy in the fucking Ghostface. I don't know. It was just the worst Ghostface reveals ever. It wasn't even that I didn't care about them. I was like, you guys don't even look cool in the fucking suit. And then the lady's motivation was that she's like, my husband abused me, and I read your book, Sydney, so I killed his ass.
Oh, so I found out.
You go, girl.
You probably know the actor, but I didn't know the actor. One of the killer reveals is he's only a killer because he was in a bunch of other movies that came out in the 90s at the time. None of them were Scream. But he was like a 90s star.
The main guy or the guy that dies at the start?
The main guy.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Apparently he was like
the main guy,
a big actor in the 90s.
Oh, shit.
And that's why he was in this movie and a bunch of people recognized him. I had no idea, so that payoff did not matter to me, and it made it worse.
Okay.
I did not care.
Shout out
because
to
his
people...
motivation also was like, I met her at the mental... I'm trying to remember this. It was like, I met her at the mental hospital, and she had a pretty cool idea, so I just joined.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's a pretty freaking cool...
That sounds cool.
I'm trying to find this guy. I don't remember.
Yo, I like this person's vibe. I'm gonna.
I like her. Also,
Maddie knew who the killer was. Is she from like? She's from some one of those chick shows. Not to be like that, but she's from Pitch Perfect. She's from Pitch Perfect.
Cancel this man.
Yeah, sorry.
Dumbass.
Boo this man.
Yeah, I remember when she first showed up. Maddie was like, she's from Pitch Perfect.
Okay, so yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I was just not quite. Oh, okay.
See, it's meta, guys. Yeah. Doesn't Scream so meta?
It is meta. Here's a fucking thing that was ridiculous. When the trailer first came out and you saw that Sydney's daughter was named Tatum, I was like, oh, that's nice. Tatum's the friend from the first movie that dies. They kept bringing that up. Brandon, vouch for me.
Tatum?
They brought that up like 8 times before the movie ended, correct?
Yeah.
Like every scene, they're like, you're named after the best friend who was killed in the movie. And I thought, because that character's arc is kind of living and accepting what Sydney wants her to be, and she feels like she's always going to be like she's going to be traumatized for the rest of her life by Sydney's story. Like she's always going to be living in a fucking Scream movie because Sydney's her mom. And she's like, oh, and you even named me after someone in your life who was just fucking murdered. And I actually liked that scene at the end where Sydney talks to her. She's like, I named you after Tatum because Tatum was like an amazing person and she lived like an incredible life and she blah, blah, blah. That scene would have been good if they didn't keep fucking bringing it up. It's like, I get what you're trying to say, but they kept like repeating it over and over and over again.
Dude, yeah.
And then
every scene they shared together was them talking about that.
She was talking about with like, other people who weren't even her mom.
Yeah.
And then a payoff I thought they were going to go for was they mentioned more than once. They're like, oh, Tatum died in a garage door. And then the last scene, when they kill the last Ghostface, they're in a garage. Ghostface is up against the door. I'm like, oh, they're going to fight her and her head's going to get stuck in the garage and the daughter's going to kill her. And that didn't happen. I do think it was funny the way they killed her by just shooting her repeatedly. But I was like...
That was really funny.
I was like, I thought they were going to pay off that by having her fucking kill her with the garage
That reminds me... Sydney is also so out of character. I mentioned it, but every time we've seen Sydney, I'm pretty sure after the second movie, she's been in like witness protection.
Yes.
And like she goes by another name and she's very secretive. In this movie, she's just Sydney Prescott. She's just living her life.
No,
out
she
there.
has Joel McHale's last name. She has Joel McHale's last name. Well,
but she's
also,
still Sydney, and people know her.
Well-
like they know her.
you're making me
So
defend.
she lives in the same
Hold up,
neighborhood.
you're making me defend Scream real quick, but that was established in 4.
What are you talking about?
In 4,
I'm fine with being wrong.
Yeah,
I might have
in-
forgotten.
that was also like
in-
3 movies earlier.
I know, so
a
she's
lot of shit's
continuing-
happened since then.
Yeah, I know, but why would they go back on it? In 4, she enters the line. Maybe she writes her book and
Wait,
shit.
but what Brandon was saying, like when was the witness protection?
That was in 3.
it
Yeah,
after
Didn't they
that?
start that in?
Oh,
but
okay.
wasn't
No.
in 5 she's still going by a different name?
And in 5, she has more like
No,
protection.
I don't
or,
think
like,
no.
more
Because
contingencies.
okay, so hold up. Let me. 1 is obviously the OG. 2, she's just in college. 3, she
Yeah.
is a witness protection. She's taking the phone calls from the battered women abuse hotline. 4, she goes back to. Wow, how am I forgetting the town? She goes back to the town from Scream, and she's she's on her book tour. She's written her book Out of Darkness by Sidney Prescott. She's using her whole full name. Allison Brie, also from Community, is her publicist, gets killed. 5, she has a fucking part in it. The first time you see her, she's pushing her twin babies in a stroller.
Yes.
And I don't know if they call her by a different name, but she's living in New York or some shit. And I think her if she does have a last name, it's Kincaid, because Detective Kincaid is detective guy, handsome, sexy detective man from 3 that she married. That is not in 7. I guess they got divorced.
He was supposed to be.
He was
but
supposed to be.
He dropped out.
Oh, okay, that's because I was like, what happened to that guy? She even mentions that she has other kids other than her daughter. I'm like, where the fuck are they? I guess they're with
gone.
Sexy Detective Man back in wherever.
I guess so.
Woodsboro. That's the town from Scream.
Woodsboro.
Popped in right here.
I was thinking Pine Grove. What's Pine Grove?
That's from fucking
Is that Back to the Future? No, it's not Back to the Future.
No,
That's
you're
Twin
thinking
Pines.
Twin Pines. So
What's Pine Grove?
Is that not from fucking Halloween?
Maybe.
No,
I don't
Are we
know.
inventing
no,
shit?
that's Haddonfield.
Yeah, but isn't Pine Grove the asylum? What's the asylum?
not Smith's
Too
Grove.
many
God.
things.
I knew it was a
Or
grove. I knew
it's either Smith's or Smith's.
Yeah,
Grove
I knew there was a
or
grove
whatever,
in there somewhere. Yeah, you're just making shit up, buddy.
Sanitarium.
Yeah, sanitarium. Speaking of that,
Yeah.
I can't wait to can we stream that game on here together when it comes out?
Yeah, we
What?
can do that.
Halloween,
Halloween?
bro. A couple months away.
absolutely.
I'm so fucking excited. Let's goon out about that game. How cool is the trailer? What'd you think?
I mean, it looks like Friday the 13th again, man.
Yeah.
And that was the best of that version of that was
Yep,
the best
They never,
of that genre.
they've never once have reached the heights of that game.
I think we have collectively bought every game within that genre and attempted to play it, but it has
Close.
never lasted more than a few
Evil
weeks.
Dead game.
Evil
would be
Dead.
Like 30 minutes at
That
most.
might have been the worst one.
And what was
That
so
was-
crazy was that
that
one
was
had good
sad about
reviews. I was like, am I
Yeah.
taking crazy pills? Why do people like this one so much? And like
I
not
know,
just
it's
like
because-
$40 game.
that one people
Never
liked.
again.
Fucking Predator had potential.
I didn't play that one.
I think did you play?
We played a little bit
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that one.
You and
Me
Brandon played
Fabio.
that
With
one,
Fob.
and Fabio,
And
then
Andrew.
then the commander got mad at you guys for playing that
Yeah.
instead of the other game that he wanted.
I remember
Oh, yeah.
Andrew would play it with us, which is awesome.
That one wasn't bad. I liked that one.
I played the Texas Chainsaw one for a little bit. I think we would have enjoyed that as a group, but they just
I have Friday the 13th on my PC. There's like fan
Yeah.
servers and stuff that have like recreated it. And
The-
yeah, you can play it on
the
PC.
Friday
Evil
or
Dead one,
controller.
the multiplayer in that was like not balanced at all. If you were the one like hunting, you would win every time because you could just spawn infinite monsters. If I'm
Oh, Evil
remembering
Dead?
correctly.
Yes, the Evil Dead
It
one.
was
Yeah,
was
remember how-
awful.
Yeah, it was
Awfully
incredibly
And my
broken.
favorite part of
Yeah.
that game was the jump scares. When you open a chest and it would just be a PNG of a ghost. Like wow, I was like
Yeah.
like I'm not 6 years old. It's just not
Yeah, that
scary.
game was
It's definitely not
unfortunate.
scary.
Yeah.
Fucking after 20 times, maybe if it was your first time playing a horror game, it was scary the first time. I've heard they made a Ghostbusters one that was pretty good. But you never
Oh
know.
really?
You never know
I didn't
what
know
to
that.
trust these days. You never know.
Like a
who to trust.
multiplayer one?
Yeah, it's
Because I remember the Wii game. The Wii game was
yes,
pretty good.
Yeah, no, there's a multi, and it's they've because it's actually the people who made Friday the 13th. They've taken some of the mechanics from that into like
I
the
see.
talking to people. Is from the Ghostbusters game, but you go to like hotels.
Also,
and shit,
we
you
should
clear
say
the
that
doors.
Dead by Daylight is good.
Yeah, that's a fun
That's a good one.
That's a
We've
fun
played
one.
a bit of that.
Yeah, that's
It's
fun.
it's pretty much the Friday the 13th one, but
Yeah.
a little more janky, I guess.
Yeah, just different, you know.
Yeah,
But-
same concept.
Yeah.
But Halloween, Oh man,
I'm so excited.
That looks so fun.
I'm gonna be going crazy when that shit comes out. We might never make another episode of the podcast again. We might be stuck playing.
Podcast episode might just be us playing it.
The podcast might just become a permanent, never-ending stream of us playing that game. If it's good.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, maybe if they bring back Arkham Origins Online.
Oh man. Yeah.
Big gap. Dead air. Guys, there's dead air. You guys aren't talking for 0.2 seconds.
That wasn't dead air. That was a community and collective shock. Anyone watching would also
that
be
was
like
just the collective remembering how peak that was.
Yep.
Guys, no.
Did you guys ever play Gotham City Imposters?
Pretty
fun.
I
played
I played a little
that
bit of
shit when it came out. I got a code from it in my copy of Arkham City.
Oh yeah?
I think that was
like,
how I got
this is
it
awesome.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember really playing the intro and shit. It was so funny. It was kind of like channeling a tiny bit of like TF2 kind of humor with like obviously like a DC Batman like setting. And the model he used for Batman was literally just like the Arkham model. It was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What a fun
Dude,
time.
they gotta start
they
making
went on
games
to
like that
they went
again.
on those are the people that made Arkham Origins Online, Splash Damage.
That makes sense.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they went on to make that.
The fact that we had an online multiplayer Batman game like that is baffling to me, and it's not available anymore. Is just it kills me. Like, oh my god,
James
how
Gunn,
awesome
if
was
you're
that?
a big fan of this podcast, which
please,
I know you are, James Gunn, I know you're listening, James Gunn. Please.
Like, if you killed enough people, you got to become Bane or Joker.
Yep.
You got to be Robin
James
and Batman,
Gunn.
Dude.
Nick will get your coffee order wrong, and then you'll end up like Jamie Foxx. So like, make sure to do what we say on this podcast, otherwise it might go wrong.
The business model for it being sustainable long term is there. Keep adding in skins, keep adding in guns, keep adding in fucking characters like Marvel Rivals. That shit will go on for forever. New maps. I guarantee you could melt that
seasons,
shit.
like fuck it.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do that with Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, I got news for you. You could have just pulled out Arkham Origins Online, did the exact same freaking shit. It would have cost you $0.
Add in more fucking villains over time, dude. More heroes to play as over time, like Bat Family ones. Like you'd have a limited amount, but like maybe you can add like Red Hood and Batgirl and Huntress.
Yeah, but you could start going to like Huntress.
Yes, Huntress.
You know, like,
but that's
you
Bat
could
Family
start going towards
adjacent.
those.
You couldn't do like Superman. That'd be
No,
yeah, that
might be
you could get a
Superman.
little out there. Like you could get like the Question in there.
That'd be
maybe.
sick.
Like I
That'd
know
be
he's not
sweet.
Bat Family, but he kind of like fits the criteria. Like
Yeah.
you could get that, like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, a game that's never gonna happen.
Dude, we're cooking up an idea. Take a quarter of the money you spent on Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and make this, and you'll make 100 times the profit of that game.
It's really like crazy that WB Games lost $250 million from that game.
Now, what if you guys made $250 million?
Yeah, now what if you made that money?
It's losing money. Losing money is sick as fuck, dude. If I'm gonna be honest, I love losing money. Right, WB.
You know how hard it
but
is
you know
to
what?
lose
You know
money
what?
on some shit like that?
You know what, WB?
They did it back
you know
to
what
back.
we like even more than losing money? We like
Losing money
making. We like
twice.
making money. No, we like make.
Oh.
I'm talking to WB right now because they're LinkedIn. I love losing
yeah.
money too, dude. I lost $250 million last weekend, dude. It was fucking sick.
Did they lose a lot? They must have. Did they lose a lot on Gotham Knights? They had to have.
I don't think they lost.
There were no reports
I don't
on
think that was
I can't confirm
I feel like
or
that one
deny.
probably balanced out or made a little bit of money. Because that one, I don't think that one had the budget of Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. They didn't
Definitely
fucking.
not.
They didn't have.
Brandon, it had guys like you pre-ordering the game, so that's why. They
My
made their
dad
money.
bought that for my birthday. Okay, I'm not gonna say that I put money.
You were one of those guys on TikTok hyping it up, and then
I
all
was,
those bigger creators
because
like, look
Nightwing
at this
was in it.
chud.
Yeah.
Look
But
at
then
this
as
chud.
soon
He's
as
excited
I got
for
my
Nightwing.
hands on it, I realized I was wrong, and I could admit that.
I was
Terrible.
ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
It was so.
There was one guy that
a
called
joke
Brandon
right
a chud on TikTok. He put him in a compilation of
Yeah.
chuds hyping up that game.
He was like, look at this freaking chud.
There was this one time that I was probably like 17 at the time, and it was during the era where the Snyder Cut was not real yet. And
fuck,
I
I know
wasn't
what you're talking
technically wrong. I wasn't wrong, but I
DC
decided
Olympus.
to
Shout out.
engage
Didn't you
in
say it's
some
never coming
internet. I said it didn't exist. It's never coming out.
So you
and
were
then as soon
you
as
were
it
not
got
technically
revealed,
right. You were 100%
now.
wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, you were technically not incorrect with like the not existing because it wasn't done at that point. It wasn't done, so it doesn't exist at that point.
Didn't exist
so you
at that
weren't
time.
wrong, but he made sure to take your screenshot.
But it was like there. 2 years later. He was holding on to that screenshot. He knew that he was going to use it one day. And for context, this dude, I don't remember the account, but he made a post.
DC Olympus. That was DC Olympus. I remember.
DC
Olympus.
He made a
or
post
DCU Olympus.
when the Snyder Cut got revealed of a bunch of comments being like, it doesn't exist, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, we won. And that should have taught me to stop engaging.
You got
with these
mogged
people,
by a Snyder fan? Holy fuck!
Again,
Brandon.
to be fair,
Insane,
he needed $50 million to finish it. But still,
aura
I mean,
debt
like, yeah,
on Brandon.
damn.
Your kid's gonna be paying this one off, buddy. You got mogged by DCU
blocked,
Olympus.
I got blocked by what's his name? Rob Liefeld.
Oh yeah.
I forgot
doesn't
about
balance
that.
out
I got
your aura
blocked
debt,
by
so
him.
That does not balance out your aura debt.
Me and Marvel are like this when it comes to Rob Liefeld.
They-
He doesn't get invited to the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere.
Yeah. Except Marvel's blocked him. He's blocked you.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
that's okay.
That's
with
true.
me.
That's true, though.
Yeah.
What else is there to talk
Moana
about?
trailer looks
I know
so
we have more
fucking
topics.
sick, dude.
I don't want to. That fucking.
Moana trailer, dude.
That is an SNL movie.
I
dude.
saw it and I said, peak, peak.
I'm sure you did.
The only thing, like I'm not gonna like go out and like say what all the other dudes are saying, where it's like, oh, you gotta like change the designs, like stuff that they can't actually fix from the movie. But
the movie might just be cooked.
If I could change one thing about the movie,
Fire the Rock.
just adjust the color grading.
Yeah.
I've seen people fix it online, like to make it match the
animated
movie. And like, yeah, and like I understand, like when you adapt something, it's not going to be 100%. It's always going to be different. And like the color grading, I'm not like a colorist in film, but I've seen people like, you know, boost the saturation a little bit, play around with some things. It looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Without like, it looks a little bit, just a tad bit too dull from the trailers. Again, they might fix it for the final film. I don't know, but I've seen people fix it. And if they just fix that, I think obviously you'd still have like most of the backlash, but I think you'd like temper things down by like a little bit.
It's
but
literally just, let's be honest, it's just Dwayne Johnson. I think
my issue with it is that it looks like a commercial or like like what Brandon said, like an SNL digital skit.
But I think he's a big reason it looks like he looks so cheap in the suit. I'm like,
well, yeah.
If he wasn't in,
they should have gotten another.
If he
actor,
wasn't in this, sure, there would be probably no backlash to this. People just would, at most, wouldn't give a fuck. But now it's like
probably
he looks so fucking funny in that movie because
that
he has a big ass.
The worst wig
head.
I've seen.
And it draws attention how long his egghead is. Put that guy in. There's a Batman villain named Egghead. Put his ass in there, okay?
And I realized why the wig looks so bad too, because from what I can see, they didn't bother like putting any prominent sideburns or like making you be able to see the roots of it. It just looks like it was a Lego piece that plopped on. And it just hangs. It's one of the worst wigs I've seen in a movie, and it's a Disney
I know
movie.
exactly what Lego piece you're talking about too. like they could like if they make Lego sets of us, which they probably will. They'll probably use that exact same.
Ben's gonna post.
I can make.
Ben is gonna go
I
in the
could
comments
literally
and
make
write
a concept
the
figure like
Ben's
right
gonna
now.
Go in the comments and write the Lego piece number like.
That's what I'm gonna do when this is up. Yeah, just letting people know exactly which piece I'm talking about.
Also,
but,
remember the set photos? Like, it's very clear in the movie as well that he's wearing, like, the rubber suit with the tattoos on it. But also, like, they didn't fix it. It still looks fake, and it doesn't have nipples.
Sorry, but I wasn't looking at his nipples.
Yeah, Brandon, that one's
that's
on you, buddy.
I've seen breakdowns, okay?
Tell me about the Rock's. Tell me about the Rock's nipples, Brandon.
He doesn't have them. I can't.
No, but just outside.
I was looking for him, okay?
Supple?
I wanted
He's a demigod,
to see his big peck,
his big
milkers, man. But he didn't have it.
You wanted a taste, huh?
I couldn't see him.
You wanted a taste.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I just had
if the Rock cradled me like
your
a
test
baby.
would have went up just a little bit.
Dude, I just had a
crazy
crazy goated casting for the Rock. in the Batman 2.
Casting for the
Yeah,
I
in
knew
the
it was
Batman
for the
2.
Batman.
Who would you guys cast The Rock as? Mine is better.
Well, you said Eggman.
No, I have a better one.
Okay.
Do you...
Calendar Man.
Yep, that was it.
Because we found out Calendar Man hype mogs Batman.
It's like 6'5".
He's 6'5" in the Arkham Asylum canon. So
imagine the Dwayne, just the number, the months across his big ass fucking head.
But I want to see him wear the
He just
big
mocks
calendar
Batman
cape.
every way in
He's
that
just
movie.
beating the fuck out of. He tries like tase him and catches his hand and starts giving him like facts about months. He just throws him out a window. He's like, "Did you know that the coldest month on average?" He just chucks him into a box. That'd be awesome.
Moana 2 comes out on July 11th.
He snaps his arm. He beats the fuck out of him the way like Viltrumites beat up Mark in like Invincible.
Bro.
So it was like, I'm gonna shatter
That's a
your
go
arm
to
and
casting.
shit.
James Gunn really, he listens to this podcast.
He does.
You know,
I was
you
actually
gotta
talking to
listen
him
us.
last,
Yeah.
but like I call him Jim. That's how close we are.
Oh, Jim.
Call him
Yeah,
Jim
that's
Gunn.
a good guy.
Jim.
Gunn. That's his name to me. We're good friends.
But yeah, I don't know. Moana looks like crap. I'm not going to see it. There's not a chance in hell I'm ever going to watch that movie. But I'm going to see the trailer a lot every time I go to the theater. So it's a bummer. It's a real big bummer.
You're gonna get reminded of it, definitely.
Yeah,
Have you seen the
every
original
2
or
seconds.
no?
The original from what I remember was quite good.
I like the original.
Have you seen the animated one?
I don't think I've seen it, no.
It is
I'd probably
quite,
remember if I did.
It is quite good.
Yeah. I could see
I've
why
seen
it
a
was
lot of the
very
songs.
successful.
I liked the songs. I like the Maui song.
Yeah, that's a goated
that
song.
I've seen.
That movie is the reason. Hey, this isn't an original thought. I've seen videos talking about it, but that movie is the reason Disney music is so like bland now. Is because that was the first time they had Lin-Manuel Miranda do the music, and he very much changed the direction to like something more contemporary. And ever since then, they've been trying to like emulate that sound, but without him, and it's like it's not working. That's like
What else has there been since?
Encanto, that new Elio one.
Oh, dude, I could not handle when We Don't Talk About Bruno was going around. I was like, I don't want to hear this song anymore. It was everywhere.
Well, they do a fuck ton of them all the time. Oh, there was a the new Lion King prequel that came out like a year ago.
Oh, Mufasa.
Yeah, Mufasa. There's been some Moana 2 didn't have him, and the music didn't pop off in that one. So yeah, just a lot of examples.
That one was supposed to be a Disney Plus series,
Yes.
and it was, and then they edited it into a movie,
which
I mean, that speaks a lot to the show that they could edit it down into a movie, because most of the Star Wars fans, they take the shows and they make it into like a 2-hour movie or 2.5-hour movie out of like 6 episodes.
Didn't Moana 2 suck?
I mean, still like.
but it functioned.
I mean, like, I didn't watch it, but like it made money.
Yes.
But a lot of people.
That was one of the ones
because it was supposed to be a spin-off filler show.
We
It wasn't
were
supposed to be
on
sequel.
the podcast when it was definitely still called by this same name, and we were talking about that, and the commander was like, I don't think that shit made any money. I'm like, I don't think it did either. And we looked at it, was like 850 million or something. I was like, never mind.
No, it made $1 billion.
Or yeah,
we
crossed a bill. I was like, Jesus Christ.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
Never underestimate the Disney original.
Like, the kids just know
musical films.
Kids just know to go watch those.
Like the whole family goes to see them. Even if like you don't go to the theater, like you'll rent it or something, or you used to back then.
You
when
save
you would
up
rent
the
stuff,
money to
like,
go for that
online.
You gotta go watch that one.
Yeah, you're like,
I know. That is wild though.
My kids
that we're getting this Moana movie, and we just got like the Moana sequel a few years ago, and they've already done the live action like Disney.
It wasn't even a few years ago. That was
it was like a year ago. Dude, that was less than a year ago.
Was it really?
Yes, this show had just started when it came out.
Yeah, you guys were doing the mid-credit show.
Holy shit. I thought it had been out at that point. We were just talking about it. That's crazy. Yeah, the fact that we're getting a lot... Like, Disney milked those live-action remakes so fast that they already had to go to Moana.
It's because...
I mean, they're doing Tangled now.
I'm surprised they didn't do Frozen first, honestly.
The Tangled one, I actually would like to watch. I love the first Tangled. I don't know if that's lame to say, but I think the first Tangled's a goated ass.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, really? You've never seen... Dude, Ben, I think... not to recommend a Disney princess movie as a grown,
No.
Yeah, that's all good. Who gives a fuck? It's awesome.
As a man, but the first
As a
Tangle
man.
with Zachary Levi is pretty good. I love the song. You know what song I
Absolutely
like?
watch that.
I like when they go to the.
You know, I'm not usually a big fan of these films, but Zachary Levi, I fuck with that guy, so yeah, you go watch that movie.
Harold and the
to
Purple
quote
Crayon.
Evander
Yeah.
Jones. Yeah,
That's my
Harold
friend.
and the Purple
I love
Crayon.
the song when they go to the villains pub and they start singing about their hopes and dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Oh,
Ron
yeah.
Perlman is
That's
in
a
it.
that is
okay.
a
Yeah,
good
yeah, I
ass
think I've
movie.
seen
It is.
I am not even gonna like.
That
you
was
can't deny
when I
that.
was like, I think I was like in high school when Frozen came out, and that was like the biggest. I was like, this is the best animated Disney movie, and I went to watch it with like my sister, and my mom, and I was like, Tangled is Mogs, Tangled frame Mogs, Spikes, Frozen's cortisol, it's not even. No competition. I think Tangled is a fucking based movie.
They're in the same universe.
They are because Tangled with Rapunzel with her short brown hair, when she gets the pixie cut, appears.
Is
in
at the
Frozen.
wedding?
Yeah. Yep.
She's at the wedding.
Yep. She goes to Arendelle, whatever the fuck that place is called.
Okay, you know too much of it. Now. You know too much. We're gonna move
Yeah, you
on.
know that a little
You know
bit.
the name. We're gonna go.
I actually don't
we're
know
gonna
if that's
move
the
on.
name, but it popped in my head. I probably am right though.
I feel like you're probably right.
I've seen Frozen
I don't know.
It
many
was just
times.
a little bit too much.
Okay. I'm
Why?
not that far. My age is not that far from my younger sisters. That's why. She had a lot of friends.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fair.
Okay.
Mm.
I can't help it. All right.
Going
Disney.
undercover.
Harry
Wow.
Potter trailer.
Oh, I forgot.
Did you watch
about
it?
that.
Did you watch it?
I did. Yeah, I watched.
So
that trailer.
let me say my first thought. I think everyone will agree. I think me and Ben already said this. The only thing that was going through my head, and for context, I am a recent Harry Potter fan. I saw them for the first time a couple years ago, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So,
Yeah, that's wild.
as someone
yeah.
who's recent to enjoying Harry Potter, I saw that trailer, and I was like, just from an art direction, filming, costumes, everything, I was like, this just looks like the movie. I was like,
Yeah.
like,
So
why-
I think that is because they don't want to change
scared.
the theme parks.
oh,
Yeah,
I don't think they
I
want to change
completely
any of the
agree.
merchandising or the theme parks except for a few things. Like
yeah,
the
sorting hat is
slightly
different. I know that's the only thing that
Um,
looked bad, and a certain character looks kind of different. I don't know who though.
Yeah. Well,
Who looks different in this
but
show?
yeah, I think
I don't know. I don't know
What'd
what
they
you're
do to
talking
him?
I
about,
think it's a
but-
combination of being scared and that. Like, I don't think they want to. Like, they have whole theme parks for Harry Potter, and it's so ingrained, like, that visual style. And I think it's funny because the director of at least most of them, or maybe all of them, I don't know if they ever changed directors,
did.
but Chris Columbus.
They changed.
Columbus only did,
Yeah,
like, the
he did the
first
first two.
Yeah.
He was
yeah, it
like-
the first two.
3 is.
he
the
knew this was going to happen. He was like, I don't see the point in them doing this. He literally said that in an interview.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember
this is-
that.
Yeah,
Why are they doing
he,
this?
He did some minor stuff on the show. I think he was like a supervisor
Yeah.
or something. But he
Fun
did
to
say
collect
that. Like he,
that check.
like what I think what he said like. I'm not gonna quote him beat
Yeah.
by beat because I don't know exactly what he said from like 8 months ago or whatever. But
Yeah.
he was like, part of me is like, what's the
I
point?
remember
But then
that.
the
Yeah.
other part of me is kind of excited
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, yeah. You guys talk. I think I was maybe
Yeah,
there
it's
on
just-
the episode of the mid credit.
I
show.
saw it and I was like,
When
if
you guys
I
talked
was
about
gonna
it.
make a Harry Potter thing, and I was like in charge, I'm like, wouldn't you want to like bring your vision to it, right? Like, wouldn't you want to interpret it your way?
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what I was kind of hoping for a
Yeah.
little bit more. Like I did realize like
Same.
they're not gonna like if it ain't broken,
Yeah.
then don't fix it. Like I get it. Yeah.
I think that the
And
reason,
to say it doesn't
the
look
soul-
bad, it looks like it's very well made. Yeah.
I know. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was surprised with how much I liked it. I was like, yeah, like obviously as someone that was literally born the same year as like when the first film came out, which is fucking nuts, by the way. I liked the trailer. You know, like I liked it. Again, same
wasn't
thing with the
bad.
Moana thing. I would have like adjusted the color grading just a little bit, but,
It's a little
but that's
dark.
just me being.
It kind of looks
Yeah.
like how the last few Harry Potter's movies
Dude,
looked like.
the last few like the sixth
Yeah,
one was like crazy, like desaturated. I don't know
Yeah.
what David Yates was thinking with that,
Yeah.
because like that's
yeah,
his
he
name,
ended
but
up
did,
directing like
the
the last like 4, right?
Yeah, like the last 4 of them.
That's when that
because
tone
they
shift
split 7
happened.
Part
And
2.
you can very much tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 was like a decent in between in terms of tone, but like they went like straight to lat, especially in 6, which I mean like fair enough. I mean that's like technically probably the darkest one.
Obviously, nobody likes the desaturated color grading, but these first few seasons are supposed to be like the magical whimsy.
Yeah.
You should make it like bright and colorful, but it just looks dreadful. I'm not a
what
fan
I think
of that.
yeah, like what I think is like a happy in between is like with the showing the Muggle world.
The Muggle world.
Like showing that is more like desaturated. I can get it because I'm just like, yeah, you know, the real world kind of fucking sucks. But then you go to the Wizarding world and you're like, this is awesome. A little bit more coverage over here.
Hogwarts. A school
Like,
where I can
I
get
hope they
eaten
do
by
that.
a snake in the walls.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the Muggle world in Harry Potter.
Little spider in the backyard who's gonna eat
The
me.
Muggle world in Harry Potter just looks like England. Like it's all like foggy and cloudy all the time, and just is like gray.
Yeah.
And then they go to like
Constantly
Hogwarts, and it's, like,
raining.
brighter. Yeah.
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 But I
yeah.
think that and I think this is like the main point I've brought up for this show. The coolest thing is that they're going to be able to like do all the
More
stuff
shit.
that they couldn't do in the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even
Yeah,
in the
they're already
trailer,
There's a
showing-
couple
I was
parts
watching like
that look new.
there's a scene from the book where Harry gets a haircut and his hair grows back instantly or something like that. And that scene is shown in the trailer. So that's a scene we didn't get in the original movies. We're going to be able to see that. And I think the kid certainly looks like Harry Potter. Like,
Yeah.
the casting is all pretty good. Malfoy has a broccoli haircut. Don't know how I feel about that.
He's got
but,
the zoomer kind of thing going on. That's not the kid's fault. That's like the art department.
Yeah, that's
Do
not
not bully any
Oh,
kids.
goofy.
Or
Dude,
Yeah, no
or Brett,
bullying
me and
kids,
Brandon
that's
and Ben are
bad.
gonna
That's
show
not
up at
good.
your house. We're gonna kick your ass if you bully a kid.
I will say, Nick
Yeah.
Frost as Hagrid looks really good.
I like the.
I like that casting a lot.
Yeah.
I liked.
I like the casting, but
Dumbledore.
I'm also like, I gotta watch the show
John
for
Lithgow.
Nick Frost. Yeah, I mean, I think John Lithgow is gonna.
Yeah, I
he's
can't
gonna
wait to
be
see the
good.
Trinity Killer in Hogwarts.
That's a guaranteed.
That's where
I know. That's what I was thinking. It's like,
So,
Mitchell.
yeah.
how many
Arthur
seasons
Mitchell.
do you guys think we're getting in?
If it's all depends, I'll say on the first season. If this season pops off like it, because here's the thing, not to talk about politics, but woke people, and I'm not against woke people, but just by and large, that's
You're not against any people.
Yeah.
Just
yeah. I'm not
clear.
against. I'm just saying, the biggest fan base of Harry Potter is very progressive leaning people. That's who has always loved Harry Potter, because Harry Potter came out, conservative people hated it because they're like, it's evil and it teaches you to pray to Satan.
it's
That's why I never
Satanism.
watched Harry Potter growing up. I was not allowed to.
Yeah.
So the fan base ended up being, more progressive people. Now they fucking hate Harry Potter, or they say they do. We all know they don't. I know you're gonna watch this shit. I
Yeah,
know
they're
you're buying
watching
the
this.
merch at Universal Studios. I know.
People said that they weren't gonna watch Velma, and we got 2 seasons last.
Yeah,
God damn.
Like,
but it's like, I know you're not holding true
Thanks,
to your word.
Brandon.
I haven't seen any controversy over the fact that the trailer, the very first thing it says is like from the mind of J.K. Rowling or some shit. In big ass fucking letters, it's like, J.K. Rowling is getting a bag from this show. I know you're also gonna watch
even
it.
Andrew Garfield, like,
I
he
was
talking
just
about Harry
about to
Potter,
say.
and he was like, you don't want to give money to the evil and all that. But there's a lot of people that worked on those
But
films,
hey,
and they're
fuck
so
it,
good.
though. I like Harry
Well, sorry,
Potter.
I'm
Andrew
watching
Garfield,
it. I liked
everyone's
it.
gonna watch it anyways. People don't actually fucking care
Yeah.
as much as they say they do. Sorry, maybe
Yeah.
you do. Don't
Yeah,
bother
exactly,
commenting. I'm
yeah.
sure you actually do, but it's
Yeah.
gonna be proven. So what I'm saying is, it depends on this. If this first season fucking pops off, then we're gonna get the whole book series. If it doesn't, we're not.
Here's a part of my thoughts on like potentially getting the full book series. You gotta think about it. I mean, like, that's 7
yes,
seasons.
the kids are gonna be
That's
fucking
a lot of
grown
seasons.
beards.
Yeah, and like the thing is with these TV shows now, because like if they announced this like a few years ago, I'd be like, okay, I could see them getting through like the whole series of books. Few things. TV shows, I don't know why, but they love going by this trend of like, you have to wait 2 or 3
Yep, for
years
the
in
new
between
season.
each season, and and if you times that by 7, that's 21 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Maybe they're gonna look like they're almost 40
well,
by the time.
do you know what they
that.
said already? Like, their plan was yearly, and then they were like, "Oh, never mind, that's not possible." Once they started production on the first season,
Fuck, dude.
they were
Oh my
like,
God.
"Oh, we can't do that. This is too much." So it's going to be like every other year. So that's already doubling the time.
So 14 years, and how old are these kids now?
Like 10,
Or like
right?
They're gonna be like 30,
something or 10.
they're gonna be like 24 when it comes out.
So like
When it's
by
done.
the last season, it's kind of going to be like in the 90s when you cast mid 20-year-olds in high school. That's what we're going to be dealing with.
Yeah.
Which I guess, I mean, what were they? How old were they in the last Harry Potter movies? Like, how long did those movies take to get out?
They went on for exactly 10 years, and they were like 13 or something when they started shooting the original.
Yeah, so that's a little bit better. It might be a little worse than that, or about the same. But that's assuming that they're gonna stick to the every 2 years. That's best case scenario.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine that with each season, it's gonna get progressively more difficult because like the fourth book has dragon fights in it. Like you have to make that look good. That might be a season that takes 3 years to get out. Like I don't know. I think the we're getting minimum 3 seasons because
I agree.
Season 1 is out. They're gonna start filming season 2 soon so that they're still young, and then by the time season 1 is done and season 2 is in like post-production, they're probably going to start season 3. By that point, they'll know if they're going to keep going. So minimum 3 seasons.
Yeah.
If we get any more after
I
that,
just think that Harry Potter is such a fucking moneymaker, right?
Yeah.
Here's the other thing, though. I feel like if this was just like, I'm going to acknowledge a little bit of like the controversy or multiple controversies, because I feel like if you didn't have any controversies with the film, like if you had everyone universally happy with them remaking this, it would be a success like right away. But I feel like that might simmer over time, where people might just be like, yeah, it's cool, but there's this other things I want to do because we already have the movies or whatever. I do feel like with some of the controversies, that it might contribute to the viewership of the show. And I feel like as later seasons go on, people might not care about the controversies as much. I mean, like, we've seen that with like other IPs and other shows where like people get all riled up about certain things, and then think the viewership just dips anyway, despite people like talking about it. So that's kind of like the only thing that I'm like, okay, like this might be like a short-term solution. I hope it's not. I hope they do the full series. I mean, that would be a real shame if they don't. Like, if you're watching the show, you're just like, damn, they didn't get through all the books. Like, yeah, like Harry's still like 14 or 15, and then the show's like over. You're like, okay, shit, Voldemort's still out there. Fuck. Like,
I think that's what's gonna happen is when the first season drops, every article is gonna be about like the controversies, and people are gonna be like, I'm not gonna watch that. But if the season is like killer, it's like really good, that's all going out the window immediately. Everyone's going to watch it, and everyone's going to be like, when's season 2? And all those controversies are never going to be acknowledged again outside of Twitter. That's the only place that's going to talk about it. Twitter and Reddit. And then the entire world doesn't care. And honestly, I don't know how much of the general public actually cares.
Can I tell you?
I don't think they do much.
Can I tell you? None.
0?
Can I tell you something? All those fucking people who say they care about it on Twitter and Reddit, Brandon, I hate to break it to you, they don't actually care. If you find me someone who's tweeting how much they hate all that blah blah blah, if I went to their house, they'd have a fucking Harry Potter shrine in their closet. I know they do.
Then why are the celebrities always talking about it?
Because you think
why is Andrew Garfield talking about it?
Because you have to make the Twitter people happy. Come on. What do you mean? This is not news.
Yeah, like Tom Felton has been like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what, other creators behind the franchise have been saying, but I mean, I'm just thankful for my experience, and I'm going to continue.
Yeah, he's playing dumb. He's like,
making the fans happy and all that. He's like, yeah, well, I mean, like, I don't know about all that, but
he's like, I don't even know. He's like, I don't even know what transphobia is. I couldn't even spell that. He's like, I couldn't even point to that on a map, dude. I don't know where that is. Transphobia.
I'm playing Draco Malfoy again on Broadway. I had no idea.
It's like, that's not about me, baby. That's just about, like...
You know what show...
I was just tasing an ape.
What show's going to have a weird issue, I've noticed, is the One Piece live action show. I know none of us are anime consumers, not for any religious...
I watched the first season, though. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I've heard. But
A lot of people really
people love
like
that
it.
show.
In Thailand, oh dude, I went
when
I went to Thailand, like it
No,
was
it's a huge hit,
everywhere.
but
Like it was crazy. Yeah.
The One Piece show is infamously known. The cartoon, the anime, is infamously known for being like over 1,000 episodes long.
You know, it's not done.
Yeah, I know, and it's still.
Yeah, it's still
I was
going,
like, what
yeah.
is the point of making a fucking live action? Are these actors gonna die before you're even like a quarter of the way through the show?
I'm pretty sure that the One Piece has not been defined.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't know
the
what
One
it is.
Piece
No one knows what it is.
Is real.
So, yeah, I don't understand what they're going to do.
The manga it's based on isn't even done.
Could you imagine if the Netflix show is the piece of media that then defines what the One Piece is? Could you imagine the outrage that would
I will
cause?
say, apparently, and this is how in touch we are with pop culture. I don't consume anime, but apparently the hints have been dropped that the manga is going to end because I guess the creator said that there was I think he said that these characters will never go back to this place until the final arc, and they went back to that place like in one of the most recent issues. So it looks like the manga is about to end. But I'm like,
all right.
I'm like, okay, so say they make 10 seasons of the live action. That would be like a drop in the bucket of the fucking story. What is the point? I'm like, you would have to make 50 seasons of this show to fucking accomplish it.
How long has the manga been going
since like the
on
90s.
for?
It's like the early 90s, I think.
Like to get 1,000 issues from the 90s, like just think about that. That's still like almost 30 years, but still,
they
like,
do. They have been doing this shit
that's
for
a
fucking
lot.
forever. I will say, apparently, as with most manga and anime, it's like 80% filler. I guess that's why that Netflix, I don't know if you know, is remaking the anime in anime format, but without all the filler. And it's just called The One Piece, and they're cutting out like all the filler. So I don't know. Maybe that'll be watchable and manageable without having to dive into 10 million episodes. That's what I always say. What you always hear from people who like anime and manga is like, oh, it's easier to get into than comic books because it has a clear beginning, middle, and end. I'm like, okay, well, here's the thing. It does have a clear beginning, middle, and end. It's like 1,000 issues. That's intimidating. And people are like, oh, it's scary to get into comic books because there's so many issues you don't know where it begins and ends. I'm like, that's true. I think there's pros and cons to both. The pros and cons.
Comics also have a beginning and ending stories.
Well, yeah, but they mean like the overall. Like what people mean is like if someone were to ask you and me separately, where should I start with Batman? We'd probably have different answers, and they'd be like, well, where does Batman end? It's like, well, technically never. You know, it's kind of like this nebulous thing, and I understand. So here's the pros and cons of both. If you look at your average manga, it probably has a beginning, a middle, and end. The downside to that is that it's fucking probably like 10,000 chapters. Comic books, the scary part is that it is a giant nebulous, ill-defined thing. It's like, what is Captain America's story? Would I tell someone to go back to the 40s and read the first Captain America comic? Probably not.
God, no.
But what's positive about comic books is instead of having to read 10,000 issues, I can just say, look, as long as you know the basis of Captain America, you can probably pick up. You can probably just Google what's a good Captain America story. As long as you know the you know the basics, all you need to know to get into a comic book. If you want to get into comic books, if you want to get into any character, just Google what the fucking basics are. You probably know. You probably know the basics of Spider-Man. You probably know the basics of
comics
Captain
even
America.
like they'll even explain like the stories that you'll need to know like throughout the comic. They'll be like for the one that we're gonna talk about at the end of the episode, they'll be like, you know, like this person died.
But even
like,
now, it is probably a little bit
crazy,
confusing.
right? Can't believe it.
Yeah. Anyway, we're fighting this mysterious dude.
Yeah. Anyway,
we don't know who he is, but we had to remind you that this person died.
That has no relation. We're just mentioning
no correlation.
I'm only mentioning it because like a couple other people died too. You know, my friend, my friend's neighbor.
No, but I don't know. I think comic books are so much more accessible than people think they are.
Yes, people are scared of the fact that it's so big and kind of.
Yeah.
But people, like, once you get into comic books, you kind of realize, and that sounds counterintuitive to say, but if you tried to get into a comic book, you would probably find it's not that complicated. As long as you understand the basics, you can probably pick up any comic book.
People have a completionist mindset when they go in. They're like, I need to read issue number 1.
Yes, and that's...
But you just...
Yeah. You need to learn that you don't need that.
Yeah, you can just go into a comic book store and pick up something that looks cool, and then if you read that and you're a little confused, then you just go to the story they tell you to read to catch up, and then you're good. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, it's very simple.
Not as scary.
And like you have different routes, right? You can go by like per writer, or you can just pick up the fan favorite stories and go from there. You don't have to go by a continuity if you don't want to.
Or
it's
just
fine.
like, oh,
that's
that
how
artist
everyone.
looks good.
The thing is,
that.
that's common sense to us because we've grown up reading comic books, but that's not to someone.
I'm explaining it to the camera.
Listen, it's so funny because like it's common sense, but like to anyone else, it's like it seems so counterintuitive. It's like everyone who's ever gotten into comic books just picked up a random comic book and read it and was like,
it's like watching a movie reboot. Just think of it like that. Like the other ones don't correlate, but they might build off each other in a certain way. Just
but
like
comic book club time?
Yeah, like my.
Oh, no, I'll let you finish your thought.
Yeah.
Do we not have any other stories to talk about that are going on in the
unless you have one you want to really
in the sphere? About. Nothing off the top of my head.
No?
All right, you gotta do the song. I have a physical one, but I don't want to pull it out the shelf because it's like beneath. It's beneath a bunch of other ones, so I don't want to pull that out.
I've not read this book since.
This is actually
disrupt the whole system.
This is actually the first. What are these called? Paperbacks?
Yeah, trade paperbacks.
Like
trade
paperbacks. This is the first one I ever bought.
I read comic books. This is a paperback. I don't know what it's called.
Oh yeah.
It's just a book.
What
is this?
Oh yeah.
I read comic books. Here's the most like beginner Red Hood one.
Oh.
I like this book a lot.
I like it too.
I have a very significant emotional tie.
Because it has a Nightwing in it?
To this book.
It has Nightwing in it?
No. Because, like I said, this is the first trade paperback I ever bought. Before I read this, which ties into what we were just talking about, I had only picked up comic books from the grocery store with my dad, just single issue books.
They have grocery store comic books in New Jersey?
Yeah, there used to be comic stands in the grocery store, and there was a single issue of
there used to be
Superman,
something
and a
Damn,
single
we don't
issue
have
of Batman,
that.
and you just picked it up.
We do not have that down here. That's crazy.
I don't think they exist anymore.
They actually, so another go to James Gunn thing is he brought those back because I went into another grocery store and I saw a comic stand at self checkout. I was like, that is awesome.
Damn, what
that
the
is
hell?
so cool
I've
that those
never
are
once
back.
have seen that. That's crazy.
But I went to the comic book store for the first
so
time after reading single issues for so long, and I thought that this one looked cool. So I bought this. My dad did not know how violent this was. I was very young, but this is the first proper beginning, middle, end Batman or comic book story that I ever read. Yeah, this is my first arc. Yeah. So I have a lot of very pleasant memories of this book. Rereading it, I actually think it's pretty good still.
I still think it's pretty good. It's good blockbuster Batman action.
Yes. And one thing I love about it is that it's structured like a movie.
Yeah.
Like it starts with the battle.
Yeah, and then it's
then it's
5 weeks earlier.
Yeah, and I love it. I think it's so it's very engaging. It keeps you flipping the pages, and then one page you're like, oh shit, that's Zatanna. Oh shit, that's Green Arrow. Oh shit, there's Superman. Yeah. What the fuck is going on?
We also
it's a very
to clarify. We only read the first half of the book. I just want to clarify that.
We only read the first half. We read to the reveal to Batman.
Yes,
that was a good stopping point. It's halfway through the book.
We're saying it as if people don't know what the reveal is.
They don't. Dude. Who's the reveal?
They don't.
Who is the reveal?
Is Ben Goff the Red Hood?
Oh shit, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Superboy punched the fabric of space and time.
That's such
a dude. It turned into glass.
I hate that fucking. I'm so glad the animated movie was fuck that. They just chucked his ass in a Lazarus pit because it's such a fucking stupid. And which
punched the air so hard.
And which dumbass event is it? Final Crisis that happened in?
Yeah, I
think it's Final Crisis. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about,
awesome.
This book. I was like, dude, if someone didn't really know, they might be so confused listening to this. In this comic book, Jason Todd, the second Robin, was killed by the Joker years ago. He has come back to life as the Red Hood, who is a Morally gray figure. How did this character return to life? Turns out that during a giant bullshit comic book event, Superboy Prime, who was like a godlike Superman clone being from a different reality, punched the fabric of time and space so hard that it altered certain events in history. And I guess that one of those events in history caused Jason Todd to come back to life. It didn't undo that he was dead. It just made him come back to life.
Yeah. It combined like the version of the comic that they were going to do, because originally how they killed Jason Todd, it was through a fan vote poll that ended up and it turned out that a lot of people did a lot of fake votes for that. So that was part of the motivation.
There was a
for
bot
bringing
apparently.
Back. There was a botted thing, just like nowadays with certain segment of the DC fandom, like they'll use bots to rig certain
Oscars?
Votes and things like that. Yeah. I didn't want to say that, but yeah. So anyway, so DC was like, so with this alternative comic issue, Batman looks at Jason and he goes like, he's alive. And then he's like, awesome, epic. And then he literally smiles like that, like epic, and then puts him in the back of the truck or something.
He just throws him in a Ford
awesome,
pickup, an F-150.
Get the fuck back there. Let's go.
Yeah. So from what I remember from that, because I have the deluxe version from when I was a kid of Under the Red Hood, and at the end they actually show pages from that issue. I think they combine the Reeves concept from that comic book, and they have the realities kind of merge with that. Obviously Jason's still dead, so he's literally in the grave when he wakes up. My question is, because I don't think they show it in the recap at the very end, the epilogue, but how did Batman not go up to Jason Todd's grave and was like, damn, someone fucking crawled out of this shit?
Yeah, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah, what the fuck happened over here?
Yeah, because it's covered up again. So I assume...
Well, because he goes there in a hush. When this all started.
Oh, you're right.
I know, but the thing is, that was before that, though. You wouldn't think that he'd find out about that.
Jason Todd covered it up
immediately.
Immediately. At least that's kind of what he.
Yeah, but he didn't have any memory at that point. He was brain damaged. It wasn't until he went to the Lazarus pit where he got restored.
I think we're gonna have to chalk that up to silly comic book writing.
Plot hole.
Yeah. I know. That's what I'm saying.
So one thing. One thing I do want to say is I was talking to someone about this recently, which I think is another cool thing about comics is, yes, nobody's ever truly dead, but a character can die for 18 years. Jason Todd was dead for 18 years. A kid was born and went through the entirety of schooling before Jason Todd got brought back.
What about the Winter Soldier, bro?
Fuck that dude, Jason Todd.
Well, no, I'm just saying the Winter Soldier died in the fucking 50s.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is we're talking about this, but yes,
that's a crazy one.
I think it's very cool that characters can stay dead for this long.
Alfred,
and bringing him back in this way is very.
He's still dead.
How long has Alfred been dead?
Yeah. He's still dead. Michael Jackson updates. He's still dead.
When did he die?
Alfred Pennyworth updates.
2018.
Yeah, I think so.
Was that when he died?
He's still cooked, dude. That dude's been dead for 8 years.
I think it was it had to have been 2018, 2019.
He's been dead for
because that was was that in Rebirth?
It was that
was in
the
Bane. The Bane arc, yeah.
And we've already gone through 2 reboots since then, so
he's still dead. I'm surprised he's been dead this long. Also, comment on this book: Batman, master of hilarious reactions. He finds out that Jason Todd is back. He's like, "Oh God." That's the literal line. He sees that Jason Todd's alive. He's like, "Oh God,
I know.
Oh fuck." He's like, "Oh fuck."
Oh God. It's like, dude, you knew this before. You knew. I'm so glad they cut that out of the movie.
Yes, the movie I thought made positive changes.
It did.
Yeah, maybe let's go through the events of part 1 of this book, and then we'll talk about. I'll talk about little bits of the movie that I think did things better.
This takes place after the Gotham War story, which I quite enjoy, and I also quite enjoyed this book. You know why? Because Black Mask takes huge W's in that book. Gotham.
Yeah, he's not a bitch. In this one.
That I argue to this day that Gotham War is one of the reasons they nerfed Black Mask, because he got so fucking OP and was just kind of styling on Batman a little too much that they had to dial it back. And they of course
a lot.
Yeah, they've course corrected too much. They turned him into a guy who gets punched around for no reason. But yeah, Gotham War, as you might guess from the title, really fucked up Gotham. Stephanie Brown is like dead. Batgirl or Oracle is like dead.
Yeah.
Batman's kicked all the heroes out of Gotham. The only people he trusts in Gotham is Catwoman and Onyx, some random fucking assassin chick who came out of nowhere. They're the only heroes allowed in there.
Yeah.
You know, Nightwing's about to come in and kick back a couple of beers to Batman, but he's like, "You stay in Bloodhaven, Nightwing. You can go to Bloodhaven or
get the
New
fuck
York."
out of here.
It was so weird hearing Batman say, "You belong in New York.
You got no money. Go back. Go back. You got no money."
And in the fallout of the Gotham War, Black Mask has just completely taken over. He's on top. He's the big crime kingpin in all of Gotham. And this guy, the Red Hood, appears and starts out as this low-level guy who's trying to take over Black Mask's just bottom-tier operations. To counteract some of the things that's happening, Black Mask, and this is, I think, the first issue we're all going to have of this book, hires Mr. Freeze. And I think this is just really bad Mr. Freeze writing. What are your thoughts, Brandon?
Yeah. I don't like Mr. Freeze like this. No.
He's written
Mr. Freeze is best when he's like a traumatic character.
When he's emotionally driven. Yeah.
Driven by, Nora, whether it be his wife or a woman he kidnapped and put into
that.
an ice
We're not
box.
okay with that.
Fuck no.
Fuck
Stop.
That.
Scott Snyder be like, I'm going to make one mistake in my whole career.
L. Scott, I was like, everyone gets one. Everybody gets one.
I had to bring it up. I'm sorry. But no, I don't
Yeah, so I guess everyone gets one.
They did it, there've been a handful of times where Mr. Freeze has been brought back for the wrong reasons outside of comics as well. It was in was it Batman? It was Batman Beyond, or it was the New Adventures of Batman, where the
New Adventures
like Heart of Ice had happened, his story was concluded, but they brought him back for some bullshit reason to like rob a bank or something. It was like, why are you doing this? This feels like the same thing, where this doesn't make any sense for the character. He's just
honestly
like
a little bit
cold
worse.
guy.
Yeah. An issue I have is they literally describe him as a volatile psycho. They talk about him like he's Trevor from GTA. They're like he's an unstable, unpredictable psychopath. And I want to give it some leeway because over the years, I don't want to give it complete leeway, but I want to, looking back with understanding, over the years, it's become unacceptable to deviate from Heart of Ice, right? But I guess when this came out, when was this? Like 2004? I guess maybe at the time.
Like 7 or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds like 6 or 7.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So maybe it wasn't as fucking maybe it wasn't such a hard fast rule. Whatever. Point is, none of us are a fan of when he's written like this. The only thing I like with Mr. Freeze is, I thought that they were going to use him to make Red Hood look cool. Because I haven't read this book in fucking 10 years. I thought that Red Hood was going to beat his ass and they'd be like, look how cool Red Hood is. I love that he just nays on Red Hood immediately. Red Hood's like, I'm going to shoot you. He's like, nice try, bitch. A gun. You fucking stupid idiot.
I like how Red Hood's a cocky little bastard.
I like how he's
this.
written in this. He's less edgy.
Yeah.
And he fucking puts a bomb. He puts a bomb on Mr. Freeze's head, and he's like, congratulations. You're just getting on my fucking nerves. And he just shoots him. I did like Mr. Freeze in that capacity.
You know what's crazy about this book is I don't know if they've managed to write Jason Todd well again after this.
No,
I don't.
Never.
He's kind of written like this in
the
in the movie, but I think we're all counting that as this.
Comic.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. He's so edgy after this.
Because after this, I think shortly after this is the arc where he has a monkey sidekick and he has the pillhead, which
I know
not good era. And then after that, he becomes.
I know that's
emo
the
boy.
goat.
So,
I know that's the goat, Grant Morrison, but I hate Red Hood in that.
I know. It's not that. That's not that great. Every Batman writer has an L or
Everyone
two.
Gets one. Everybody gets one.
Everyone gets one.
Everyone. It's not just they have to get one. It's they're mandatory.
It seems like
charged to get one.
But Jason Todd very well written.
I do like how he is. He also, he did the Walter White. He made the machine guns come out of the boxes.
Yeah, I know.
He goes, I was like, Walter White. He watched Breaking Bad. Or did Vince Gilligan read this book and write the Breaking Bad finale?
You never know.
some fucking.
If they were to revisit this arc, then they would probably say that Jason Todd watched Breaking Bad and got that.
And
idea.
then we get another moment from that is adapted the movie when they fight Amazo, which is an absolutely bullshit Batman feat. They're like, yeah, Batman. They're like, this Amazo is incredible. He has the powers of the entire Justice League. I'm like, really? Batman blew up his head.
They do have some lines in this comic where it's like, oh, it's like an older version. It's a prototype. Like they try to downplay it as much as possible because I do
guys
think
are forgetting
part of them realized
he has the
Nightwing helped him.
Nightwing.
Yeah, Nightwing would solo the Justice League.
He would.
Yeah, modern Nightwing would. So, the saying.
You're forgetting this fact.
Yeah. Can I also give my
look? I know it's.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
Got a tub of kryptonite.
I did love the big tub
kryptonite.
of kryptonite. I thought that was pretty funny.
I like Black Mask's face, where his pupils go super.
I love Black Mask
tiny.
in this book. This is the last time
he's totally different
he
from the movie
fucking
too. It's cool.
I love. We haven't gotten to it yet, but I love the scene where he fights Red Hood in the bar, and he's like, "You're a bitch, Red Hood." He's like, "You think you're about that life? You're not." He's like, "I'm about that life. I'm gonna kick your fucking ass." I love that.
Most people watching have probably seen the movie. Like, I really like how he's done.
I
in the
love
movie
him.
too.
Black Mask.
Like in this one, he's
fucking funny.
Yeah, he's much more like calculating in this one. Yeah, he's way louder.
But
in the
one of my
movie.
favorite lines
it's kind of funny,
is when he's talking to all his goons, and he's like, "We're gonna lure out the Red Hood, and then I want you to take care of him. And by take care of him, I mean shoot him in the fucking face."
Yeah.
I mean, he just has a bunch of lines like that where he's just like punching people and screaming. Do you remember when I made that edit?
Yeah, he punches all his goons. I made that edit
of where he's singing the Mask song by Dream. And when it zooms out and shows his whole building, it's like quieter and he's just like screaming it.
The false face society.
That's something I would love. I would love for them to bring back Black Mask. It's like
they brought it back in Batwoman. They did. I didn't watch it, but they apparently did.
I gotta go.
Look, man.
Yeah,
I didn't know that until right now. That's crazy.
I would love to see him back as like a cult. Like he was kind of like a cult leader. I would love to see some of that. But I mean, what happens more in the book? Batman and Red Hood chase each other and they fight.
Yeah, so the rest of the book after the Amazo fight is kind of like Batman going around.
Is this real?
His buddies, and like he talks to Superman for a bit.
To Green Arrow for a bit.
Talks to Green Arrow. He talks to Zatanna for a bit.
I do kind of like how it's only at this moment that he's kind of like, how can
I love it.
Like he actually tries to seek reasoning
to like do the science
because he's like, okay, well now it's affecting me personally. He's like, I need to find some type of reasoning for this so I could like cope with it. So he asks like literally everyone else who's come back to life in comics that he knows, like any other details you forgot to tell me? They're like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, never mind, forget our ass.
Also, why is he a dick to Zatanna? I always thought they had one of the better relationships in DC. I mean, he asked her for help, and she's like, "Why'd you ask me?" And he hops in his plane after I'm assuming he made her drive her car out to the middle of the desert, and he's like, "I needed help from someone I could trust, but I settled for you, bitch." And he just fucking leaves. I'm like, "Damn, Batman, you're kind of being kind of being an asshole, Batman." And then another question I had.
Hey, she struck a nerve.
Another question is why
done that.
why doesn't Green Arrow, why doesn't he like Batman?
That's always kind of a thing.
I don't know what's going on in this.
It is, but like there's implied that there's a specific reason. I was like, oh, I'm kind of interested. I know
you have beef with me.
Yeah, but I like that he tells me he's like, I know you're not petty enough to have beef with me because I did something to you. He's like, so what did you do that makes you want to have beef with me? And then Green Arrow, when he leaves, Green Arrow's like, I'm sorry.
I don't know the context.
I would love to
the time period anymore.
I thought that was a cool little dynamic.
I like that Jason Todd beats the shit out of the Joker with a crowbar.
Yeah, just really early on.
That's cool.
Joker like has a 5 o'clock shadow.
Really early on.
And he's like drunk in like a car.
I do like that they actually reveal. Yeah, I do like that they reveal to the reader that it is Jason Todd, like early-ish on, because like everyone would know. Because like at this point in the comics, they were teasing that for years. Like they teased it in Hush, and they talk about it in the comic. There's other points in the other stories like where there'll be a Jason Todd hallucination, and then Alfred literally finds Jason Todd's mask in the Batmobile, it's just like, yeah, we all know that he's alive.
He kind of even says that
point.
to Batman when he first
Yeah.
confronts him, when he takes off the helmet. He's like, yeah, you kind of known this has been coming for a while, huh? And Batman's like, yeah.
Batman's like, I don't want to believe it, but sure.
Yeah, that's one thing that the movie does really well is that I think is a little bit better than the comic, is that it shows Batman is kind of like, yeah, I know. I just don't want to accept this, really. Like
it's done better in the movie with that, and I also like how in the movie they restructure some things. We'll talk about this next week when we read the other half, but most of the movie is really most of the stuff from the first half of the book, and then the second half they're very selective with the scenes that they choose for the movie. It
skips a lot.
I found they skip a lot.
This is a long book,
but honestly the movie's the better. Yeah. It's funny because not like a whole lot happens, but like, yeah, it's just long. I don't know why.
More cool Black Mass stuff in the book.
There is, and the movie, actually, a lot of what we read here, it skips over all those cameos.
It does.
Like we don't.
Yeah.
We
they
don't
very
get any
much
of that.
condensed.
Yeah.
They did
Not
a very
necessary.
good job.
Yeah.
One of the best jobs of condensing.
That's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Is.
I don't know what to say. I want to talk about why I like the Joker a lot more in the movie, but I'm gonna talk about that next week. I like that version of the Joker more too, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if there's much to say about the first half. It's a lot of action.
I got something
and a
to
lot of
say.
Batman
I think the
talking.
first half is probably better than the second half of what I'm remembering.
I haven't read this in
but
so long.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's the big confrontation scene. It's funny because, like, in the first half, at the end of the first half, you have the scene from the movie, and this is like a really good lesson in like the 3-act structure. So, like in movies like The Matrix, where it's like an action movie, typically the second act is longer than the third act. It's like shorter and it ends on like a high note. The movie does that because like you have the big fight with Batman and Red Hood on the rooftop. Red Hood unmasks Batman, and he's like, okay, well, I guess I'll even things out. And then he's like, here I am. And then Batman's like, yeah, no, I know. And then not long after that, they go immediately to the confrontation. Meanwhile, in the comic book, it's like literally halfway through, and then you have so much other things going on. And then you get to that confrontation, like at pretty much, it's the last scene in the book, if I'm remembering right. And then Bloodhaven gets like nuked or something, and then, I forgot what was going on with that. But it's a really good lesson in adaptation where like end on the high note, just end on the high note and then simmer things down, credits, and then the audience leaves. Really great lesson in adaptation, I think. Anyway.
I have a lot of high praise for that movie. I think it is quite good. Just condensing so much of that shit into a pretty lean, less than like hour 15 minute movie.
Yeah, and they also throw some original stuff in there too, like more scenes of like Joker, just still in the movie itself. Because like if you're reading the comics at this time or the other comics beforehand, then you already know of Batman and Joker's relationship at this point. But in the movie, they do throw in a few original scenes that they drew in with like Nightwing and all that. They talk again.
They also
they do a good job. Of it. Yeah,
they place the flashbacks better in the movie.
Yes,
and
I completely agree. Yeah,
I also like that it obviously you can read Death in the Family first, but I like that the movie starts with the condensed.
I mean, that's
version.
like the main thing you have to remember because all the other details have been, not really important. Like
that, yeah.
Because like it's kind of interesting where Jason Todd's like trying to find his mom, and then Joker gets him and all that. But then you also have to realize like, he was like, the ambassador of like a Middle Eastern country.
It might
That's
be
not the
a
book
little.
We're talking about. It takes such a turn.
It's a little
Pretty
sussy.
sure he becomes like the prime minister of
well,
Iran. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not to be too topical.
Yeah.
I think that's what Joker does.
So Joker's either doing brown face or he's actually
him. He's
Iranian.
Just him.
Yeah, it's just him and like non-Ace Chemicals chalk skin. So like, what? Yeah, I don't know. You tell me. It's up to you.
I will
reader.
say the final confrontation in the book and the movie are not that different, and they knew not to change much because it's a great fight. Like I really, I don't know, the art's great. Who's the artist in this book?
The art is very good. They also in the movie
I actually don't know the name.
It's on the cover. You have the comic book
No,
in front of you.
I mean, like, he's not recognizable to
what's
me.
his name?
I think it's Doug Mank.
Oh, Doug Monk. He's the co-creator of I think he co-created Bane. He's a pretty big deal. And I think he co-created Black Mask as well.
Oh, well, there you go.
I know.
There you go.
But I think he's a writer, isn't he?
Yeah, he lives down
Maybe
the street
so.
from
Maybe
Commander.
Shane Davis, Eric Battle, Paul Lee.
Yes, he
I don't know which one is
a
which,
writer.
but
Wait, Paul Lee or Paul Lee?
Paul Lee.
Okay. Just to be
Not
clear.
Paul Lee from fucking Jersey Shore.
Sopran. Okay. All right. But yeah,
Yeah,
any final thoughts on
Some of the
this
covers are
comic
kind of
book?
funny. Here's one. It's
Yeah.
the first one popped up on Wikipedia. I don't know if you can see this, but like Batman's got his big ass eyes.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
That one showed up when Brian was
he's
going
like-
through the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
I do love it's like
No!
retro. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I like how in one of them it's like the Joker Red Hood, like classic Red Hood, where he's like suit and.
One of the,
I was Brandon. You said Doug. It's
Oh, yeah,
Doug
it is.
Mank. I was thinking of someone else, but this I believe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Brandon's got the
Yes.
page up.
And he
one
he
of
created
them
the
is
mask.
like the. Oh, this one right here.
Yeah,
This
Oh,
is like
shit,
every
that's
time you
kinda
search
cool.
Black
That's the
Mask,
image,
this
yep,
is like the
yep.
first image that pops up.
Yeah.
It's a great cover. I love this
Yeah,
cover.
That's a
sick.
classic.
But
yeah, I don't know.
Final thoughts?
I'm excited to read more of it. I would like to read more of it. It has been a minute since I have. It's very
really good first half. If I'm going by memory, the second half drags a little bit. It kind of loses the plot a little bit, but I mean, like, it's still probably pretty good.
Yeah, before I read it again, I feel like I remember there being an issue that's dedicated to a fight that has nothing to really do with it, and I'm not looking forward to reading that.
Yeah.
It's like some sort of rainbow villain or something like that. Rainbow Raider, maybe.
Try
I
not
don't
to
know,
laugh.
but
Rainbow
yeah,
Raider versus
I
the
think
Flash,
you're
what a
right.
cringe guy.
Okay, all right.
So, what's up?
That's not nice.
Oh damn it! I was excited to spin the wheel, and I remember we're not.
Damn!
Doing that. We have to read the other half.
Yeah,
Damn
not
it!
this week. Yeah.
Damn it,
I know,
dude! I wanted to
I
spin
love
the
spinning
wheel.
the wheel. The wheel of fate.
Spinning the wheel's fun.
Damn.
Wheel of Fate.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Well, is that the
Holy
end of the
terror.
We're just ending it.
episode? Okay.
We're
We're
sending
Goodbye,
it.
clowns.
Yeah. Aren't you the
Goodbye.
host of the show? Aren't you supposed to
Look,
tell
the hosting
the
went out
audience
the window
goodbye?
this time. Oh, well, actually, before we do that, we should at some point say in this, like and subscribe. We're at the end of this. I don't know if many people have gotten to this point, but if you
I don't
are,
know
that's
how many
awesome.
people have.
You should like and subscribe. And Dude
Yo,
has
like
no
your hairline, it
confidence.
looks like a 1, so there's like 10 people, and then your eyes next to it, so it's really 100.
That'd be awesome.
100 people. Oh shit, dude.
And then your
Well, actually, you
hairline
put the
is at
zero
the
in
end
the
of that,
in
so
the
it's
center.
1,001.
Yeah, it's 1,000. So okay, that's cool. That's awesome. So like
That's
and
what I'm
subscribe.
saying, dude.
And
Wait a second. That's a lot of people.
Okay, now we're gonna end the bit.
If you actually have them all in person, you're like, holy fuck, that's a lot of people.